Now, if you don't follow me on my other YouTube channel or are not connected to me on LinkedIn, you probably don't know that I had been doing an internship in web development for the past 2 months. And in this video, I'm gonna go over 3 important things about internship. A, whether you should get an internship, why you should get an internship, and some tips and tricks that I want to give you guys about getting an internship. So, with that being said, let's get started. So starting with whether you should get an internship or not. Now, everybody is a little different, but here's my advice about whether you should apply for internship or not. Is if you have good amount of hours invested in one programming language and you understand or you think like a developer, if you feel like you think like a developer, you should apply for internship. Now, I have many people who I know who are good at making websites, but they are still worried if they should apply for internship or not. They come up with, I don't know much. The thing is, you don't have to know much. Internships are meant for people who are learning, who are in the process of learning and who want to learn more things. And they don't expect you to be like a person who has owned his art in programming to apply for internship. They will apply for a job, and if they really own their need, they will just go for a higher tier job or something. So whether you should be applying for internship, definitely yes, if you have a good amount of hours invested in yourself in programming. And how do you understand what is a good amount? Is when if you know HTML, CSS, JavaScript a little bit. You don't have to be a master in JavaScript. Like for me, example, I started web development in like March, April kind of way, and I got my internship in like September end. And you can just imagine that's not even like 6 months. And it's not like I have like a billion websites made as a project. I don't even have like a one fully furnished website as my project. But I still managed to get my internship. And why is that? Is because I didn't focus on learning JavaScript as a language. You have to learn how to program, not how to program in JavaScript or HTML, or like you don't even program in it. Python or something like that. The way you think and your ability to make something happen, that's what really matters. You don't have to be a master of the language or something to do an internship. To keep just a reference, I will say if you're doing web development, you understand how CSS works, you understand how HTML works, how web works, you are familiar with say Bootstrap, and you can do a little bit of DOM manipulation, you can apply for internship. That's like the bare minimum of what you should be able to you should be able to do. And rest all you can learn in the process itself. Now, coming to why you should be doing an internship is internships are a great gateway or great insight to what actually happens in the industry in itself. When you're making projects by yourself, you don't have anybody or anything overhead, you don't really understand what is important and what you should mostly focus on as a beginner at least. When you do an internship, you get to understand, so you have to focus on these things more, or there's so much things which you have to do for making a project happen. Now, my internship was in a startup, so what I had to do was not very narrowed, but a very vast variety of things which I had to do. It came from like UI design, implementing the current existing UI and UX, to understanding how the database works and better management of that data and making sure that appropriate amount of queries are made and trying to make it as cost effective as possible. Few of the responsibility that I had to do. And from this you can just understand how much that I got to learn through this 2 months that I don't think I would be able to learn by doing say like 3 projects in this period of 2 months. Now, another reason why you should be applying for internship early on is even if you don't land an internship, you will be still giving a resume, you will be still giving say like an interview, and that's a good experience too. You understand how an interview works and you get used to it. You get used to giving interviews and your confidence gets boosted up. Now you also get used to like doing some tasks which they provide you to. Like by this internship they asked me to do like 2 sets of tasks, second being a more complex one, and the first one was pretty easy. You get to understand what is it you're supposed to do to get an internship, and you get comfortable doing that. So yeah, internships are a great way to learn a lot of things, and it's not only programming necessarily that you will learn. As I said, you will be learning a lot more things like networking, and you get to know a lot of people while doing internship. Like, it can be your colleagues, and it can be a great way to do networking. And as a programmer or as a person in this industry, you should be able to network yourself, and you should have some networks of your own self. Plus, the added bonus of improving your soft skills and, well, just making you comfortable with the whole process. And I see in no way, shape or form I would say that the internship is as equal to as a job, but it is as close as you can get to a job. A job like experience is to an internship. And, well, also if you get, say, like a paid internship, that's extra pocket money to you. Coming to the last part, some tips and tricks which I want to give you about getting an internship is you can get an internship by two ways. It's by directly approaching a company to give you an internship, or maybe they have shown like vacancy and you can directly approach that, or you can use a portal like Indeed or Internshala or something like that. Now, I got my internship through Internshala. My college introduced me to Internship, and this video is not sponsored by them, by the way, but portals like this just helps you to find more internship opportunities. You can all, of course, just try to find one on your own by, say, approaching a company or getting to know about a company or something like that. But a portal is way easier format, I will say, if you're just starting out. Another thing to keep in mind is, if this is your first time getting an internship, don't worry if it's unpaid until and unless it's like a extended period. So if you are like doing an internship for like 6 months, don't do it unpaid. I wouldn't suggest you to do it unpaid for at least this long period of time. Say if you get like a 2-month internship, if it's unpaid and this is your first or second internship, I would say just go for it. You will be getting a lot of experience out of it, which is more valuable than any money you will get. But I would say after the third internship, don't try to get a stipend because you already have good amount of experience with internships, so you should be able to charge for that. Another thing I would say is, say if you're on a portal and you see a job vacancy and they are just like unbelievable with the skills you require, apply still. Sometimes the recruiters just exaggerate on their needs a lot, and like, we would be needing this too, so let's just have somebody be doing this. So you should understand like Firebase and AWS, and you should be doing GraphQL too, and Angular and React and stuff like that. It's okay. Apply for it. Especially if there is like something like at least 1 year of experience, apply for that. And try to make your, say if you're building like an application, try to make it as personalized as possible. Don't have a very diplomatic copy paste kind of a template made. Like, say, check out the company. Most of them would have a website, so check them out. Say if you like something about it. If you do, like, tell about that. Tell them like some of your project which you have done after a point. So like, hey, like say for example, hey, I really like I like the product which you're producing. I think the XYZ can be really helpful in real life, and well, I would like to work with it. So now let's talk about my experience. I have done, say, XYZ projects in this and this and this and this. I have experience and like I can do Python. I'm somewhat familiar to Firebase, and I will be willing to learn if there is more needed things. I don't know anything about AWS, but again, I will be willing to learn about AWS if it's needed. And well, just something like this will feel more personal, and it will most likely connect with them. This also goes to, like, say if you're applying for a freelance job, say up on Upwork or Fiverr or something. More personalized interactions are more connecting, and it's more likely to give you success. So keep that in mind too, and don't lie. I would suggest don't lie. Say, like as I said, I don't know AWS, just tell them I don't know AWS, but I will be willing to learn if it's very needed. Because hey, if you're gonna learn it, it's gonna be useful sometime in your life. Say if you get a job in the future and they are reliant on like AWS systems, it's helpful. You learned about it because of internship, and that's just a win-win for you. So yeah, with that being said, I hope I hope you guys learned something, gained some insights. Also, let me know if you wanna know about my experience of my internship. This is more of what things I have learned, and some things which I want everybody to know, because I've seen a lot of people who are well capable of getting an internship, but they just don't want to try for it because they're like, I don't know much, and should I, when should I, and stuff like that. And it's really something which I wanted to talk about for a good amount of time now. So yeah, if you liked it, please leave a like button. Please click the like button. Also, comment down below if you have any other tips for somebody who might be watching this video and might want to go for their first internship. Any amount of tip will be like great help for them too, and even for me. I will be learning something from you guys. Also, if you think if I said something wrong, comment down below. Let's discuss about it, because I would enjoy to talk to you about something. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till that time, stay fit, stay awesome. Bye bye.